welcome back to the channel. You are watching An Idiot Outdoors featuring the outside in. Today it is New Year's Day. Happy New Year. I'm talking a bit loud because, as you can see, surrounded by traffic. However, I've had my eye on this little spot for quite a while and I've decided today I'm coming for a recce. So I'm currently having a look and I've found what looks to be a promising little spot to pitch up the tent and the tarp. Motorhome, glamping pod, log cabin. We're not about that here, we do it proper. I'll spin you round, I'll show you, and then I'm going to get out of here because I've got some stuff to pack and I'm going to be camping it tonight. So yes, I'm looking forward to this one as always. So just down here, this looks to be the spot that I'm going to get in, but what I do want to do is from this tree here across to this tree here, I want to set up a ridge line, get the tarp up so I've got some cover. I want to put the camo net across there to give me more cover from the road. Ideally I'm going to get my tent in here so I'll have under my tarp to sit in case the weather turns bad again. But yeah, that's what the plan is so far. So as I say, getting out of here, I'm going to get packed and get ready. It's going to be near dark by the time I get here, or quite possibly dark. So for context, just up there, so it's 6:15 on the evening. We are now off to the location. Oh yes. Just an idiot with his selfie stick and a huge pack and lots of water. It is supposed to rain soon, so I want to get the tarp up as soon as possible, at least. So yeah, that's where I want to get. That dark patch of wooded area. Right, so I'm in, but I do want to get over there. So I've wasted no time in getting that camo net up, just to give me that little bit of cover. Otherwise it is quite exposed if I'm going to have any kind of light. I do want to lower the light in a moment, so, but yeah. This here is where I'm going to be camped. Sneak peek, got to do away with the light. Okay then, I'm going to say it, the chair. There you go, it's out the way. So, bit of different configuration tonight. So yeah, we've got the tarp, we've got the tent, the trusty Hyena 2 as usual. We've got the camo net. Just giving you a quick show round while I can, while the traffic's eased off. So, on tonight's camp, you can clearly see I've been a little bit busy. The tarp, tent, camo net, really trying to keep the light down, because what I don't want is plod turning up and seeing what I'm doing and whatever else, because it is a bit of a dodgy location to have a camp if you ask me, but I think it's a good little spot as long as I stay off the radar. Now, it's took me longer than it normally does because I've been changing all my guy lines on my tarp for paracord rather than the reflective guy lines that come with it. Also, if I can get to them, let me have a look. No, they're in my zipped up pocket. Don't think you'll be able to see them properly. If not, I will re-show them again in the morning in proper light. But these are aluminium alloy guy line tensioners. As I say, it's a bit hard at the moment, but yeah, I've literally been replacing all the old guy lines, so now we are covert. The guy lines don't reflect. However, I am going to do the same with these, because these are reflective, and do away with these little metal ring sort of tensioners. Anyway, what's going on tonight? So yeah, we are expecting rain. Also, I didn't want to be stuck in the tent all night. I did want to sit outside, have a couple of tinnies, and tonight, something different. I'm getting the barbecue on the go, but I'm going to use the barbecue to get wet wood going, and I'm going to have a bit of a wood fire. When I've done the recce, I already gathered a load of firewood, and the reason being is because I'm cooking a chili from scratch. Yes, so I'm going to obviously be adding all the ingredients myself, not something out of the tin. It just adds a bit more context to the channel. It's nice to actually put your effort into doing something that's going to turn out nice, hopefully. But yeah, I can't just, you know, turn up, get sloshed, go to bed. You know, there's only so much that's entertaining to, you know, the outside world. I think there has to be a bit of context with your camping, and I like doing stuff. Yeah, I've got plans to do a nice shinner beef stew, sort of from scratch, on a proper fire. A few things I've got planned, a few things. Anyway, I'm going to have a tinny and I'm going to prep the fire. I did have some snacks, but time's getting on. I'll see how I feel. If I'm getting a little bit hungry, I'll have a little snack, but if not, on with the main meal. As I say, from scratch. That's going to be interesting. I could have done that a tiny bit higher, but you know what? If it rains, I'd rather that be touching my head than rain. So and I've actually used a stick there to prop it up a little bit higher and then guide it out. Cool. And now I've stopped, I am getting a little bit cold. So if it does decide to rain, I'm protected. Tonight we are old school, we've got the barbecue on the go, which will become the fire pit. to have a lovely charcoal fire at the moment. I've had to move from over there because the fumes were getting a little bit too much. I'll be cooking on that shortly. It's lovely for the old hands though. Nice and warm. So it's nice for a change just to use the barbecue as a little fire pit, as seen. And once I've accumulated enough hot coals, I will be doing some cooking. You can bet your yeah, I'm in the bag. It got real cold and I'm tired and I'm not as hungry as I thought it'd be, so I'm going to do the chili tomorrow. Bye bye. The idiot is awake. Oh, it's a bit cold this morning. Just checked the thermometer. It is sub-0 degrees. According to my weather app, -1. My thermometer just in the corner, I'll show you in a moment, is just below 0, just very below, so it's saying -0.5 degree inside the tent. But yeah, I had to get up, answer the call of nature. I didn't waste any time in getting the warm hat and the down jacket back on. But yeah, it does feel cold. I mean, I'm nice and warm, hands are a bit cold. I would put the down booties back on, but I'm going to be going out the tent well, soon. I did fall asleep last night. It wasn't too early, but I'll never apologise for falling asleep. If you're tired, you're tired. I'd ate a bag of dry roasted peanuts, had a couple of tinnies, and to be fair, I didn't feel that hungry, so I weren't going to just eat for the sake of it, eating for the sake of eating, you know. So that just gives me the good opportunity to cook a chili in daylight. And when I say daylight, it looks like we've got some sunshine. Wicked. And my trusty lamp that's on charge. I do like to keep things charged. I've got a decent power bank for doing so. This power bank, apparently it will charge a standard smartphone approximately 7.5 times. So yeah, it's pretty decent, although a bit heavy, which you'd expect if it can do that many charges. But this lamp let me put the lamp on, light on. I think before I go out on my next camp, I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to get some contact cleaner and spray it in here, because it seems to be acting a little bit sort of, the light becomes variable, so you'll be sitting there and it'll sort of get brighter and dimmer, brighter and dimmer. And last night I did notice that it was actually just, you've got these LEDs, these warm light settings, but you've also got, for the ultra bright mode, these lights here. So when the dial is down low, they shouldn't come on, but they were flickering. So whether the moisture's got to it or whatnot, I don't know, but I will take it apart and I will get some switch cleaner or contact cleaner in there. It's an absolutely brilliant little lamp, so I'm not giving up on it. It also doubles up as a power bank. You've got, yeah, a port to plug your USB in if you need some emergency power for your phone. So that's to charge, and that's an output. But yeah, I love it. I've said before quite a few times, because it's not your typical bright, horrible LED light. It's a lovely, nice, warm light. I know I'm going to end up boring you with that, but yeah, our eyes do better with a warmer light in the lower kilohertz range than the higher kilohertz range, which obviously gives you the ultra bright LEDs. So yeah, for a bit more perspective on that, as humans, as we've evolved, we have eyes that are trained to see incandescent lighting, which, by meaning, incandescent means light which is emitted through heating, i.e. fire. So obviously humans have been around for a very, very long time, thousands and thousands of years, obviously, as we've evolved. LEDs have only been around in the last, I don't know, appeared in the last century. I don't know how far LEDs go back, but LED itself was not actually designed to be a form of lighting. It was actually an electrical component in electronics, LED being light emitting diode. However, a diode only allows, if I remember correctly, electrical current to flow one way, and then there was the light emitting diode. So again, light can only travel one way through the LED and it provides light. That's as much as I'm going to try and divulge on that. But again, as humans, we are not designed, or we haven't evolved yet, to basically see these blinding lights. So when you're driving down the road and you've got these LEDs, you know, I find it actually, it's more dangerous to us than it is to have the halogen lamps. Halogen lamps, you sort of, you know, you may have squinted a little bit, but you're finding now when you're driving, so many people, when you've got these bright LEDs coming at you, especially now, the cars are getting bigger, more and more people are going for SUV type vehicles, so the lights are actually sat higher than they used to be on your typical cars, your saloons, your hatchbacks. The lights are lower, but now they're getting higher. So, and you're finding more and more people, I mean, if you want to disagree, but more and more people now are driving slower at night because they're getting blinded all the time, and you'll find more people are braking all the time. We are not ready for that lighting. This is why our eyes did better with the old SOX lamps, SOX lamps, whatever you want to call them. They used to warm up and start off red, and then they'd get that yellow glow. The only downfall was we couldn't see colour in them lights, but we could see everything else. So is technology in lighting doing us any favours? I don't think so. As I say, we are not ready as humans to see in this kind of brightness. Now, if I remember right, my friend who's an electrician said that the warm lighting is in the 3000 kilohertz. When you start going above that, it starts becoming ultra bright, the 5 to 7000. I know if I'm wrong, he'll text me and put me right, but that's what I remember him telling me. So Paul, you know who you are, mate. Yeah, so last night when I was on about the new tensioners and paracord, these were what I was on about. I mean, if you're into your camping, quite self-explanatory. I mean, I don't actually need the tensioners. I can just use I forgot the name of the knot now. But yeah, but I find these a lot more simple and time saving. So people have actually messaged me in the comments. Bear with me a second. And they've tried these Captain stoves. I'll give you a view. Now, I don't know whether that's going to help you in any way. But as you can see, I have literally just punched out a row of holes at the top, and then below them a second row of holes which are slightly offset, which I hope you can see that properly. Now, yeah, a few people have said to me they've had no success with them. However, I find them better than an actual old school Trangia style burner. So I use them through pure choice. Now, I don't know what you're burning in them. Is it bioethanol? Is it methylated spirits? Either works well. However, I do try to stick to bioethanol unless I'm desperate, and that's when I use the methylated spirits. Never use the methylated spirits without ventilation because it's toxic, unlike bioethanol. As you can see, we've got a lovely blue flame, and it's very protected from any kind of wind or draft. Lovely bit of sunlight. So again, the Adventurer 400 sleeping bag by Eurohike. I've got my leg underneath, I do apologise. But yeah, coupled with the Flux 5 and a foil sleeping pad in very low temperatures has once again done me proud. So there you have it, you know, budget gear yet again. I've read some reviews on this bag and I've got to be honest, I took it as gospel. My kettle's boiling, so I do need to see that, otherwise I'm going to have a dripping wet tent. So, but yeah, I had a phenomenal sleep. I didn't have the down jacket on and I didn't have the trousers on, I just had my fleece and my jogging bottoms and I was warm enough. But yeah, there you have it, a lovely boiling kettle. And that's one way to save fuel. I did happen to top it up again because of the amount of water that was in the kettle. Yeah. My missus turned up now, she'd swear there was another woman, wouldn't she? Who's the other cup for? So, as you can see from the video, this is the actual first time I've been outside the tent today, and it is 10 to midday. That's right, yes, 10 to midday. I don't play by rules. I do like to enjoy my camp. You get those that say arrive late, get away early. If you find the right spot, no one's going to bother you. Just like this. This is why I do really like to do my recce's. I mean, there is some spots that I have had to get away from early, like dobbies and stuff like that, but I preferred the more chilled out ones. I'm going to get the fire on. That's not something you ever hear me say, but I'm just in the mood for a fire. Get my hands warm and get the fire going, keep it going, and I'm going to do some cooking. As I've already said, I'm going to get that chilli on the go. I'm in no rush to leave. Get the kettle on again. But yeah, this turned out to be a cracking little find. Noisy, but you can't have it all, can you? Christmas gingerbread, very nice. So we've got the ingredients to make a chilli. Crushed chilies. I forgot which one that is now. It's supposed to be crushed cumin seeds, but it's whole cumin and oregano, garlic, there's the other onion, kidney beans, and obviously minced beef. Got some olive oil. Yeah, so let's get cooking. Chopped garlic, chopped onion. I've got the rest to do yet. We'll get that in the pan. In fact, that's a little bit hot at the minute. So onions and garlic. A bit of olive oil. In goes all the spice. We'll let that do its thing for a bit, and then we will add the mincemeat. Certainly very busy around here. In goes the mince. Yeah, it's not the biggest pot, is it? Oh dear. Let's hope I can get that. The tomatoes. I mean, that mince will go down a bit. We shall soon find out, shouldn't we? So that's lovely browned off now. So what I can do now is add a tin of chopped tomatoes, and crumble in a good old OXO cube. And then let that do its thing for a bit, and then add the red kidney beans. But the good thing is now I don't have to, once I put the tomato in, I ain't got to worry about it burning, so I can start breaking some of the gear down. Also, forgot to mention, half a tin of water. I'm looking forward to having that. And looking forward to being able to put the kettle on. In fact, I'm an idiot, ain't I? I might as well just put it on my little stove. Hello? What am I looking for? If I don't know, how the hell would you know? Yeah, so crumble in the OXO cube, get the tent down, make a brew, winner. Slowly breaking down the gear. Now we have a chili. Oh yes. So yeah, as you can see, those are the new tensioners in action. Obviously breaking down the tarp now. But yeah, that should last me a lifetime then, unless I lose them, of course. I had a little taste and that is delicious. Not much to do now. Have some food and get out of here. Right. Slowly but surely. But yeah, I mean, I've got the camo net there. I'm sat here. The reason being because earlier the smoke from the barbecue coals, when I lit them, was going straight into the tarp, under the tarp where I was sat. But I haven't been bothered to move, to be fair. But yeah, nearly packed away. Nearly. Boiling some rice. I've had to use the lid. Way too much there for one person. This way I could have done with somebody camping with me, so they could have shared it. But so that was a really good guess with the water. Yeah, I did fluke that a little bit, but yeah, that rice is perfect. Just had a little sample. So I'm going to need my hands now. And that is my chili, cooked from scratch. The only thing I will say is I should have put a quarter of a tin of water in, not the half a tin, because I halved the ingredients. However, I didn't half the amount of water I put in. I realised afterwards, but it'd be alright. It'll do for this idiot. Lovely job. And we're running out of light. I've been here that long, but oh well. I'll show you how much is left actually. Look at all that. I can't be wasting that. I'm gonna try and carry it. I'm gonna put it in a bag round it and carry it home. I don't like wasting food. I really don't. Not when there's people starving. You never know. My missus might be brave enough to have a go. Notice as brave. Anyway, before this gets cold, game on. It's 25 to 4. Yeah, I've been here a long time. temperature is below 0. Oh. Anyway, put that away before I lose it.
Well, that was a lovely romantic getaway for one.
It's been very busy today, very busy. That's me all packed up and ready to go. So, as always, leave no trace, take everything with you. Bag of rubbish, and I've got my dirty pots. I weren't going to put them in there. It was obviously going to make my bag an absolute mess. I don't mind carrying them 2 bags. I ain't got really that far to go. You can't see it from here, but just up the side of that bridge, along, and I'm parked just up there. Now, I've got to get out of here. It was quite awkward getting in. It's a bit of a mess. I've picked the best time of day as well. Looks to me like it's rush hour now. Obviously business as usual for most places now. What are we on, the 2nd of Jan? So then, I'm good to roll. I'm finally out of there. So, as always, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and thanks for coming along with me. That was a lovely meal. I shall see you on the next one. Keep it real, as always.